Marcus Firegon here, and it's the Falken LeMans Legend Race Day. First, some highlights from yesterday's qualifying sessions. In the morning's qualifying session, it was Sarge of Code 3 Motorsports setting the fastest time of 6.03 seconds, putting him in pole position. Then in the afternoon qualifying session, it's Johnnie Walker of Numbskull Racing that puts in a time of 6.159 seconds, beating Sarge's time and putting him into pole position. Not to be outdone, Sarge of Code 3 Motorsports responds with a time of 6.117 seconds on his second run, putting him back into pole position for a race day. There was tragedy too, from suspension failures to horrible crashes like Joel Eriksson's from Falken Motorsports. It's a real reminder to us diecast racers just how dangerous this sport can be. Just remember next time you're watching a diecast race that these diecast builders are putting everything on the line for the win. Then there was Mark Pan of Grumpy Cloud Racing, who failed to complete 2 qualifying laps, but got an unprecedented third try with a complete chassis swap and was able to record a time of 6.653 seconds. But because of the late qualifying, he'll be at the back of the pack. Let's take a quick look at the Snow Valley East track. From the start, we go down through Thunderbird Ranch. Then it's Weber's Corner, the Switchback, Snow Valley Loop, through Tankers Bend, into the Corner of Champions, and then to the finish. And now for a quick word from our sponsor, Falken Tires.
Falken Tires.
And don't forget, if you don't have Falken tires, you just have those crappy plastic wheels. I have designed this racing event to reflect that of the real world of motorsports. There are 12 cars that will be divided up into 2 groups of 6 to appear like they are running down the track together. Although both groups have been videoed, only the first group is shown most of the time. This is to better represent a real live event where the race leaders are being followed, and there's not enough time to show groups of cars that are falling behind the pace. At the start of each new lap, of which there are 10, a display like this one will be shown at the bottom of the screen to show the current running order of all 12 cars by car number. At the end of the race, race highlights will be shown to further explain what happened during the race. So if you're wondering, hey, what happened to that car? Stick around to the end and find out. So here's the race lineup. It's number 68, Sarge in pole position. Number 42, Johnnie Walker. 44, Triple B. 53, the Crazy Canuck. 72, Papa Pugsley. 0, Blake. 8, Igor Barron. 15, Alessio. 14, Joel. 6, Bolo Brown. 82, Mark Pan. And then number 11, Agent 11, did not qualify, so will not be in the race event. Okay, gentlemen, start your engines. Let's go. Sarge maintains his lead coming through the first turn and starts pulling away from the pack. And Johnnie Walker pulls ahead of Triple B. It's Sarge, Johnnie Walker, Triple B, Papa Pugsley, the Crazy Canuck, Blake, Igor Barron, Joel, Mark Pan, Alessio, and Bolo Brown. The ones marked in green have moved up, the ones marked in orange have moved down. Sarge is maintaining his lead, followed by Triple B, the Crazy Canuck, and then Johnnie Walker. 2 cars spun out and went off track from Group 2. Mark Pan and Joel, they go to a new group, Group 3. Lap 3. Sarge still out in the lead, and it's the Crazy Canuck passing Triple B for second. Triple B lost control, he spun out, he collected some other cars. And this just in, Joel Eriksson, number 14 for Falken tires, spun out again, but from Group 3. And that's the end of his day, he's got to call it quits. Lap 4, and it's Sarge out in the lead, followed by the Crazy Canuck, and then Triple B. The Crazy Canuck falls back as Triple B and Johnnie Walker pull into second and third spot. Oh no, Sarge spins, he's in reverse. It's Sarge, Triple B, Johnnie Walker, the Crazy Canuck, Papa Pugsley, and Blake in the top 6. Lap 5, and Johnnie Walker's in second, really pushing on Sarge. They're neck to neck through the bank turn. Oh no, Johnnie Walker's pushed high into the banking. He rolls. Oh my god, he's pushed across the line. This is horrible. We've had our first crash, and it is a bad one. Johnnie Walker rolled onto the roof and then was pushed all the way across the start-finish line. The crowd is just ecstatic. This is a horrible incident. Not ecstatic, maybe more horror-stricken. Well, this red flags the event, allowing all the cars to bunch back up for the restart on the next lap. Johnnie Walker was going for a pass on Sarge there. Sarge really slams him into the rails and he rolls over. Tragic crash. It's unfortunate. Johnnie Walker of Numbskull Racing was a real contender here and potentially could have won the event. Let's see what happens on lap 2 with Group 2. We lost both Joel and Mark Pan to spin out. There's Mark Pan's car. Looked like a little bit more than just a spin out. He pole vaulted off that switchback corner. And then there's Joel Eriksson. And then lap 3 from Group 3, it's Joel Eriksson again with a spin out in the same spot. And that takes him out of the rest of the race. With a little help from Mark Pan by the looks of it. And we're back to a race restart with lap 6. It's Sarge in the lead, followed by Triple B, the Crazy Canuck, Blake, Papa Pugsley, and Igor Barron has moved up into the first group. Papa Pugsley's trying for a late pass on the Crazy Canuck for second. Sarge still in the lead. Crazy Canuck moved up to second. Papa Pugsley third. And it's lap 7. Sarge still out in front. He spins. Papa Pugsley closes the gap. They crash. Oh no, Sarge is pushed right off track. Bad news for Code 3 Motorsports. They're going to have to rejoin at the front of Group 2. Sarge has been leading this race for 7 laps. Now it's Papa Pugsley for Man-Child Motorsports who's in the lead and he's pulling away from the pack. And that's Blake of Underdogs Unleashed currently in second. Here we go, lap 9, second last lap. Papa Pugsley in the lead, followed by the Crazy Canuck, and then Triple B, and then Blake. Number 15, Alessio Picariello, went off track. Here we go, final lap, lap 10. And it's Papa Pugsley in the lead. Triple B and the Crazy Canuck are battling it out for second. Papa Pugsley of Man-Child Motorsports wins. Triple B of Cheap Thrills Racing second. The Crazy Canuck, the A-Team, third. A stylish finish by Bolo Brown. Oh no, he got hit. Here's how they finished. Papa Pugsley, Triple B, the Crazy Canuck, and Blake. Igor Barron, Sarge, and Mark Pan. Bolo Brown with the drift. And finally, Alessio Picariello. Let's see some highlights from the later laps. Lap 7, Group 1. It's Sarge of Code 3 Motorsports, who leads the entire race to this point, loses control, and then gets hit by Pugsley, and then the double tap from the crazy Canuck that puts him right off the track and into the ambulance. A disappointing day for Code 3 Motorsports and Sarge. Had such a great run going there with a great car. Sarge rejoins for lap 8 at the start of Group 2. Lap 9, Group 1. It's Igor Barron of car number 8 that's in 5th position. Stalls on the track going through the switchback. There he is, and that's going to push him back to the first position of Group 2. Lap 9, Group 2. We got Sarge leading this pack in 6th place. And then Mark Pan in 7th, Bolo Brown in 8th, and Alessio in 9th. And somewhere here, Alessio goes off track, but we didn't get it on camera. That pushes Alessio back to a Group 3 for the next lap. Here's the lead pack, final lap, lap 10. It's Pugsley in the lead. Triple B and the crazy Canuck are battling it out for second, into the high curve. But Triple B closes the door and they go across the line, bumper to bumper. And final lap, Group 2. It's Igor Barron leading, and Sarge manages to pull ahead of Mark Pan. That's Igor Barron in 5th, Sarge in 6th, and Mark Pan in 7th. And it's Alessio Picariello of Falken Motorsports, alone in the Group 3, and will finish in 9th. And now let's check the final point standings. Pugsley of Minature Motorsports with 25 points and the win. He gets the trophy. Triple B of Cheap Thrills Racing, 18 points. The Crazy Canuck, the A-Team, 15 points. Blake of Underdogs Unleashed, 12 points. Igor Barron, Eyes Up Racing, 10 points. Sarge of Code 3 Motorsports, 8 points. Mark Pan of Grumpy Cloud Racing, 6 points. Bolo Brown of Miniature Car Racing, 4 points. And Alessio Picariello of Falken Motorsports, 2 points. Johnnie Walker and Joel were out, and Agent 11 did not qualify. And here's Pugsley. Pugsley, how was the race today? And congratulations on the win.
Hello, Marcus. This has been a great weekend for racing. I'm glad to have been able to be here. And a special thanks goes out to Minature Motorsports for riding a great car for us today. Everybody knows that MCM has done a lot for the sport of diecast racing. I couldn't ask for a better sponsor. Speaking of sponsors, you couldn't have done it with just a car. The Falken tires this weekend has been superb handling. It's really made for some good racing.
Yes, thank you Falken Tires for the awesome event this weekend. And thank you Pugsley, and congratulations to Minature Motorsports for the first victory of the LeMans Legends. Contact me, Marcus Firegon, if you participated in this event and would like to fix your car, send in a new car, or be removed from this race series. Also, if you are interested in joining this event, you will need a Porsche 934 Turbo RSR that weighs in at 50 grams or less, and contact me for approval. This series is limited to 14 cars with the top 12 best qualifying times to participate. Join the Facebook group diecastracing.ca for all the latest on Marcus Firegon and what we're doing for racing. And then follow Diecast Racing News for links to Just Diecast Racing on YouTube channels. And go to redlinederby.com for all diecast racing related stuff. And that's where we post all our race events, both upcoming events and race results. Brought to you by Marcus Firegon, the Canadian Driving Club, and the Snow Valley Racers.